The idea originally was a straight line, but then with consultation from a friend, it became a circle. But like this circle, like almost all circles, isn't very good at being circular, particularly when one's holding a camera. And everything in this is you. It sort of changes form and shape a lot, but it's everything you can do. Everything that you're very good at goes in that circle. Some things are on the outer edges. And I wasn't quite sure how to do this because I thought, well, maybe you've got a little sort of peak that comes off like that, where you're really particularly good at one thing. And then maybe there are some people with peaks way off the page. And it sort of made the idea quite messy. And I was trying to explain this idea of growing this circle, of learning more languages, being able to do more skills, know more functions in Excel, more shortcut keys, changing your password, being good at typing in your password. And all of this comes down to this idea of Hebbian theory. And Hebbian theory, if I can just start something somewhere over here, is like if you have one thought once, it's like that, right? And you can go, this is a messy thought bubble over here, and this is another messy thought bubble, kind of bit of the brain over there. Different parts of the brain talk to one another. You go like, you smell something and you go, oh, I want a coffee. And that might happen once. But then for some things, it'll be like, all right, stop looking through the lens. That's how you do it. And you'll do it more and more. And then sometimes you'll do it a bit differently. But if you do it more and more the same way, look at what starts to happen. And this becomes a like pathway. This is called Hebbian theory. Neurons that fire together, wire together. Because each of these little things is like wrapped in a kind of sheath, if that makes sense. So there's like this sheath that goes around it. So that sheath is called myelin. And as you get better and better at things, you build these pathways. It's like, imagine cars where this is like a driveway, but this is like a motorway. And there is, and the more times you do that thing, the better you get at it. That thing maps onto this theory because it's, this whole thing is just lots and lots and lots and little, hang on, I can do them. Lots of little strings, and everything you do more, you get better at, like your password. As you do it more and more and more and more, that password, you get better at it until you almost forget what the password is. Your fingers just, they do it, you know? And this is doing your shoes, and this is, you know, that knowing how to say konnichiwa, and this is maybe playing computer games could go up here. But playing computer games, here's the thing, isn't just one thing. It's actually lots of things, because it's like, can you install it, but then you've got to work out some bugs and you've got to update that driver. And so now you know how to use the system tray and you know how to do those little CMD things. And here's the thing, you can build little bridges between them. We're doing that stuff and working stuff out. It might be like, oh, you got like motorbikes over here. Whoa, motorbikes. But it's also like fixing. That time I was in Nepal fixing them, and I learned to say Tepeka Sunche Hununcha, which is how you doing, and all those things, and Chisopani Danyabat, and you get better and at that, and that's riding on things. So now jet skis is just over here. I'm not very good at jet skis, but because it's so similar, you know, there's like a lot of these things work there too, if you get what I mean. And then horses. Oh, I'm okay at horses. I don't do it often, but I'm good when I do it, because horses is a little bit over here too, right? And this way you become more rounded. And if over here might be sometimes speaking things, and this might be doing things. And the idea is this Hebbian theory explains how you do more of that, which is you get better and better at doing things. And how do you get better and better at doing things and do them lots? It is this. It is the hack, and it is called... And flow is when time flies, because you're doing it well, because you're doing it lots, which is building myelin sheaths around neural pathways that make you big and circular and interesting and weird and misshapen, but also the more balanced and either side you can be, the better you get. And you get better and better at it by doing things you enjoy when you're totally focused on doing them, because time flies, because you need that repetition. So that's why you do lots of things and more different things. You don't work on your flaws, you just get better at doing things, like drawing things that don't look like a penis.